Hello, so I'm not in my usual spot. I figured I'd make a video, so this one is, do soulmates exist? There's been much debate in regard to whether each person just has one soulmate, or each person has plenty of soulmates, or in fact, soulmates are a silly, frivolous notion altogether. If you search for it, there is somewhat dubious scientific proof that soulmates are real. But before we go down that rabbit hole, I think it's worth defining and denominating which type of soulmates I mean. So according to New Oxford American, a soulmate is just a person ideally suited to another as a close friend or romantic partner. By that meaning, soulmates obviously exist. There are definitely some people who are more likely suited together than others. But a soulmate, in the more metaphysical sense of the term, has a deeper, more profound connotation. This type of soulmate is something based in a more spiritual plane, and historically has been associated with just one person. In other words, each person has just one soulmate out there, and if you blow it with them, that's it. I don't believe in that. I do, however, believe in soulmates in the dictionary definition of the word, as in some people are truly suited for each other, and some are not. No matter how hard they try, or how good they look on paper, or even how much they love each other. But don't take my word for it. Here's what scientists have to say about soulmates. So, it may be a bad idea to think of your partner as your soulmate. So thinking of a partner as a soulmate is the wrong way to look at the relationship. Or so says one study titled, "When It Hurts to Think We Were Made for Each Other," which asked participants to pick between phrases and images that either suggested that their take on love was a one-time soulmatey thing, or whether it was more of a warty, bumpy, realistic journey. Unsurprisingly, the soulmate group was way more negative in regard to problems in their relationships than the more realistic. People who view themselves as soulmates tend to be less satisfied when they think of their conflicts in a relationship, says Spike W.S. Lee. Not to be confused with Spike Lee, of course, but this Spike W.S. Lee of the University of Toronto co-authored the study with Norbert Schwartz of the University of Southern California. It is inevitable in the soulmate frame. Conflicts are bad. People think, well, maybe we're not the perfect thing. So math says that soulmates are impossible. In the book What If? Serious scientific answers to absurd hypothetical questions. One-time NASA roboticist Randall Monroe tries to answer the question, what if everyone actually had only one soulmate, a random person somewhere in the world? Monroe crunches numbers and finds that, mathematically speaking, the chances of finding your soulmate, if there's just one out there for you, are slim to none. For his purposes, he defines a soulmate as someone who is in the same age range as you, which means each person has about 500 million potential candidates. Let's suppose you walk out with an average of a few dozen new strangers each day, writes Monroe. If 10% of them are close to your age, that's around 50,000 people in a lifetime, given that you have 500 million potential soulmates. If you'll only find true love in one lifetime out of 10,000. If it's just boiled down to math, the probability of finding your one true soulmate is pretty low. Then again, the whole idea of soulmates is kind of allergic to math. It's a much more ethereal concept. So, because the odds are irrelevant, because we're talking about a metaphysical concept. So, what does energy studies say about soulmates? Well, they say soulmates are real. As the very out there website, The Scientists of Soulmates reports, soulmates are indeed real and can be proven by science. But once you read through the lengthy, wordy site, you find that the theories listed on the site that are scientifically proven scientifically proven to show that soulmates are real are pretty woo. Soulmates are apparently one manifestation of energy patterns inherent to all things in the universe. According to the site, scientists' instruments reported evidence of a fundamental energy pattern that reveals the source of existence and the source of the phenomenon of soulmates. Though this evidence is convoluted and hard to follow, it appears that some believe that soulmates can be proven by studying energy patterns. I'm open to this idea. I was raised in a non-traditional household, and I'm open to many concepts. But I'm not sure this site actually proves much real proof that soulmates exist. Psychology argues the ask for soulmates, but with a twist. If science can't definitely prove soulmates exist, what about psychology? While I do believe there is such thing as finding your perfectly matched soulmate, I've seen plenty of evidence that we can become each other's soulmates as a result of a deep and lasting love relationship. Writes a licensed psychologist in relationship and lifestyle research. She argues that although two people may not start out as soulmates in the classic sense of the word, it's possible to become someone's soulmate simply by virtue of being a fantastic partner. So, do soulmates exist? Who's right? Does math win, making it nearly impossible to meet your soulmate, if such a thing exists? Are the facts of the science of soulmates enough to make a case? Or is it psychology that makes the most sense, with the idea that soulmates are not given but earned? It's kind of hard to say. If soulmates really are a thing, I think science, math, and psychology all take a back seat to the phenomenon. And in the case of spiritual, I think it's less feasible to explain. Instead, it has to be experienced. So, this shows you different things on if soulmates exist. I would actually lean more towards the psychology answer, in that you can find your partner that you're well suited for, and then you can become each other's soulmates. But anyway, thanks for listening.